Quick question for Jehovah's Witnesses. Today is March 22nd, 2016, the day before the Jehovah's Witnesses will celebrate communion. Of course, hardly anybody partakes of it. But if you want to get into a Bible study with a Jehovah's Witness, this would be a good event to attend. And boy, do I have a good question for you. Unfortunately for the Watchtower, the most condemning information about the Watchtower often comes from the Watchtower itself. Such is the case with this little tract. This is the invitation for this year's memorial. It's titled, "You Will Be With Me in Paradise," and the little question underneath says, how will this promise be fulfilled? You can use this tract to get Jehovah's Witnesses to see a problem with their theology. The information on the inside of the tract reads, "In the hours before he died, Jesus assured his faithful apostles that they would be with him in his heavenly kingdom." Luke 22:28 through 30. He later promised a condemned criminal, "You will be with me in paradise." Luke 23:43. How will those words come true? The fulfillment of both promises is possible because Jesus surrendered his life for mankind, even for sinners like that criminal. Jesus' sacrifice was so vital that he commanded his followers to commemorate it. Luke 22:19 and 20. This year, the anniversary of Jesus' death falls on Wednesday, March 23, 2016. Jehovah's Witnesses invite you to meet with them on that date to observe the memorial that Jesus instituted. You will hear an explanation of how his death can benefit you and your family. Notice, this little tract says that Jesus made two promises, one to his faithful apostles and the other to the criminal who died next to him. The promise made to the faithful apostles is that they will be with him in his heavenly kingdom. The promise made to the criminal is that he will be with him in paradise. Remember, these are promises. When someone comes up to talk to you after the service, ask about the context of the statement, "You will be with me in paradise," found in Luke 23:43. Ask who said it to whom and what were the circumstances. Then back up and read verses 39 through 43. Let's do that now. Luke chapter 23, verses 39 through 43. I'm going to read that off their website. It says, "Then one of the criminals hanging there began to speak abusively to him, saying, 'You are the Christ, are you not? Save yourself and us too.' In response, the other rebuked him, saying, 'Do you not fear God at all? Now that you have received the same judgment, and we rightly so, for we are getting back what we deserve for the things we did, but this man did nothing wrong.' Then he said, 'Jesus, remember me when you get into your kingdom.' And he said to him, 'Truly I tell you today, you will be with me in paradise.'" After reading these verses, point out that the speaker never really answered the question asked in the tract. Exactly how will the promise made to the criminal be fulfilled? When will Jesus be with the criminal in paradise? If you're familiar with Watchtower theology, you may see the problem here. According to the Watchtower, Jesus will not be in paradise, which is thought to be on earth, but instead he will be in heaven ruling over the earth. At the same time, the Watchtower does not teach that the criminal is one of the anointed, thus he will not be in the heavens with Jesus, but instead he will be on earth in a paradise. That being the case, exactly how is the criminal expected to be with Jesus? If the Jehovah's Witness is starting to see the problem here, they may try to change the subject to the cross, or whether or not the comma goes before or after the word "today" in Luke 23:43. Don't let them change the subject. This does not address the question. If Jesus promised the criminal that he would be with him, and Jesus is in heaven, then the criminal would expect to be in heaven. Again, if Jesus promised the criminal that he would be with him, and the criminal wakes up on earth, Jesus still promised that he would be with him. If this does not make the expected impact on the mind of the Jehovah's Witness, then ask them to place themselves in the position of the criminal. How disappointed would you be if you woke up on earth only to find out that Jesus did not fulfill his promise to be with you?